By the end of this video, you have discovered even more ways on how to lead with empathy.
We are probably our harshest critics. We hold ourselves to a standard that we don't hold our friends or our loved ones to, right? We're a lot more softer on others than we are with ourselves. We rarely have the self-compassion that we practice on other people. So leading with empathy, it's hard to say I can have compassion for someone else when you don't have it for yourself. And judgment is one component, and we're very judgmental. And I always say to be non-judgmental, because if you're in a conversation, you could say, I'm not judging you, right? It's truly releasing all kind of judgment. Even as the person speaks and you have thoughts, you take that and you kind of like cast it to the side, right? So the critical self is finding all the flaws in you and finding all the holes. And the reason why you can do that is because you know yourself best. And again, you're your worst critic, right? So you times that by 1,000, for example. I think what you have to understand, and it's not about the peace deal, it's about how do I look at my critical self in a critical way. So my critical self tells me all of those things. That's the fear of judgment is something that we all have. We're all kind of afraid of what other people will think about us, what they will say about us, right? The question that you have to ask yourself is my ambition more important to me than the fear of what I think the outside world is going to say? But also your fear is in your head, right? Yeah. So if I do this, the person is going to say this. The other people are going to think this about me. They're going to judge me about, but this is also your assumption of what other people will think. Your assumption is not the truth either. So you could go ahead and do those things and nobody bats an eye. So that fear is an internalized fear.
They often say that the anticipation of fear is much worse than the attack itself.
I read a quote in a book a while back, and it said, in your 20s, and I'm butchering this, I'm just paraphrasing what I remember. In your 20s and 30s, you live life in a way that pleases others because you're afraid of what they're going to think of you. In your